Looking a tad gray this morning, T-Rex. How's it feel? Let's check the temperature. Warm enough to melt snow. Wet enough to have some minor dripping this morning. And moist enough to have a very low cloud. Looks like we may be skiing by Braille this morning, which I'll take that over the rain of yesterday. I think it rained about 6 of the 8 hours that the lift is open yesterday. A lot more than I thought. We picked up probably a third of an inch of rain. We've got some mist right now. There's the image of the mountain from the webcam. Looking around New England though, what a sunrise on Mount Washington today. It was probably Ryan that got that photograph, or these photographs of the sun coming up below the cloud. So drier air to our east. If you look at the temperature and dew point map, blue is the dew point this morning, 39 over 39 in Bethel, Vermont. We are just stuck kind of in between that low that's in Canada and the low that went out over Cape Cod. There's really no air to clean out the low-level moisture. So we're in the fog this morning. And I'd like to say happy birthday to Jennifer at J Peak, a devoted viewer of Out the Door Weather and More. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Looks like you have some funky clouds going on, and the tram is still going at J. Even though you see some bare spots on this side, you can go over the top on the other side and get all the way over to Jet, where it's total snow on Stateside. So the snowpack is reducing. Look at that. I look up. This is usually where I look up and show you Hayride that was groomed. Well, Hayride is in there and it's groomed. And speaking of immersing ourselves in the symphonies of springtime, yesterday, that's what the report said. I think Andre wrote that. How about yesterday morning? Yesterday on Cape Cod, Darius and Eunice, always out there. That's going to be one of the best videos you've ever made, Darius. That was 24 hours ago. Thank you for sharing that symphony of the ocean. And also, I get a ride down to the Matterhorn with Sterling Sigurdsson yesterday. He's got a radar right on his dashboard. And we get out, we looked at the west branch of the Little River. There's the symphony of the roaring river.
River's kind of big
And
right
he also says, at the corner of Rimrock and Cliff, it did snow yesterday. So there were some snowflakes mixed with our raindrops. But overall, we are drippy. And it may rain a little bit later today, but we're going skiing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday's the end of the season. So we're taking advantage of it. Take advantage of it all we can. And despite the dense fog, the groomers did an outstanding job. And this is what Hayride looked like at about 10 past 8. And boots were a little damp from yesterday. So we're done skiing for the day for the most part. We get the fire going, we get the boot liner drying. We got T-Rex just kind of chilling over there in the corner. And we're going to go back to that map I started showing about a week ago with the potential huge 420, April 20 snowstorm for the Northeast. And I've showed how it's changed every day. Weather forecasts, weather changes and weather forecasts change. It had a 975 low right there about 5 or 6 days ago. And now it's, can't really read it, but about 1010 on the barometer. And a myriad of fronts. Got a subtropical front, Bermuda to Texas. Got a polar front in New England. A cold air front in Quebec. And the coldest front, Arctic air, way up there in Hudson Bay. And it has changed its output again. The weather changes, the weather forecast changes. Now for a time, we almost had the sky turn blue a little bit when I was skiing just a short time ago. So Hayride is that one right up there on the left. And it's much improved visibility. But as everyone knows, ski conditions change dramatically between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. With a cloudy sky, it's not getting as slushy. Lift line opened a little late because it was crunchy. I'll show you what happened. I'll just give you a little tease.
All right.
Yeah, it froze up top. It froze last night with the rainfall. But you can see it's soft now. Can you see that? Can you see that from here that it's soft now? So competing with a lot of noises. I hear a blue jay. I just heard a cardinal a couple seconds ago. And there's a lot of work being done around here. There are stone cutters down there, so I'll apologize in advance if they start cutting stone again. Fortunately, the other two-stroke leaf blowers are on the other side of the resort right now. So it's all bonus skiing right now. We want to get rid of the fog, but it's not working out so well. There's another front on the way. It's at 1023 or 4 high in the Gulf of Maine, held strong. It's still there, and you can see weather off to our west, low pressure, a couple of fronts, weather off to our south. There's a low south of Cape Cod. And here's what it looks like on the satellite image. Still sunny in eastern Maine. Different world altogether. With no rain in Maine. Well, we got close to a half inch yesterday. And it's that blocking pattern we talked about, that low near Cape Cod trying to keep the air coming from the east and northeast, and that low over the Midwest trying to keep bring up air from the south. And here's what it looks like on the 11 a.m. surface map with the wind barbs you can see over Cape Cod from the east. And the cool spot this midday is 46 degrees on Block Island. That's cold water, and that low pressure system offshore is providing the chill, the refrigerator effect as we call it. We're in the 50s at lower elevations all the way up here, but at higher elevations it's a different story. And we are going to get colder before we get warmer. After one more front goes by this afternoon, shall I show the NAM? Now, actually, I want to show this map for tomorrow at 8 p.m. first, when there was supposed to be a big storm from several days ago. Look at the fronts. There's a front east of Cape Cod, cold front. There's a cold front over Cape Cod. There's a colder front in Ontario, and then there's an Arctic front north of Lake Superior. 4 cold fronts all aimed at us. And they're going to come through without a lot of fanfare. It's going to get colder, especially at higher elevations, and kind of chilly for our last weekend here. But I think at least the sun should come out. I'll show you the weather.com, no, not the weather.com, the weather.us, sorry, Jorg, he owns this website, weather.us, 3 to 5 day for Stowe, Vermont. And this is for more lower elevations. The red line is the temperature, the blue line is the dew point. If we want sunshine, we've got to really separate the red line from the blue line, and it looks like it's trying to happen, and you can see it stepping down, where high temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the 40s, and then the lower 40s on Sunday with breaks of sunshine. Then Monday morning, a hard freeze. Now, Monday morning, I think the employees may be able to take advantage of the mountain, but otherwise, ski season is done here unless you're hiking, and it's going to be fast. And each day, this next few days, we're probably going to have a freeze in the morning, especially Sunday morning and definitely Monday morning. It's going to be frosty all over New England, actually, especially Monday. All right, now I'll go to that NAM just to show you the short range precipitation. This front that's coming in tonight, it's just going to have a quick batch of showers here. Nothing like what happened yesterday, and it's going to be colder tomorrow. And then you get the isobars thickening up there. And then as we get into Sunday, if you look at northern Maine, you see those blue lines. I talked about the 510 thickness yesterday, that glancing blow of Arctic air in northern Maine Monday morning, but then it's going to turn around really quickly. So now let's change gears and let's go to the pivotal weather, the Euro for the next 240 hours. There's Justin down there. Justin changed to his shorts, so you can't quite see him, but he went rainbow trout fishing. I haven't had a chance to talk to him. Hopefully we'll catch up with Justin. Uh-oh, I hear the stone cutter starting. Oh, darn. Oh, maybe I'll take a time out for the stone cutting. Yeah, there's a lot of stone around here, and they're doing some much needed repairs right down there. The place is almost, it's almost 20 years old now. We've been here quite a while. Yeah, we were here day one. Okay, back to the Euro. Let's go to the Euro. That low pressure system that's been north of us is finally going to push away, and we're going to have several cold fronts come through here, and you see the tightening of the isobars, the black lines, and then the blue lines are the colder air, cold enough for snow, so there may be some snowflakes in the air around here tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Some dust on the crust is possible, but we are not going to have the same situation where we had last week, where we got 4 inches on Saturday night. That was awesome, although it did turn very sticky. Anyhow, that glancing blow of cold Arctic air comes into northern Maine Monday quickly and lifts out, and now high pressure is south of us Monday night and Tuesday. Tuesday morning is going to wake up very frosty, but as that high pushes east, there's going to be a strong low coming into the Great Lakes states, and it's going to get very windy and much warmer on Wednesday. And this is where we saw potentially an Arctic front coming at us next Thursday and Friday, the 25th. But guess what? It's gone. The Arctic front is way to the north. Now we have high pressure instead of low pressure, and all that snow and cold and wind that was on the guidance the last 2 days is gone. Now it looks like just colder and dry next Thursday, Friday. Now, you know, that's just one run, and things are going to change. I looked at the GFS also, and the GFS was still kind of trying to hang on to some potential wintry weather here again late next week. But at that point, does anybody really want wintry weather? We find it very interesting, but we'll take springtime. I got to get south eventually here and reorganize and get ready for the next season. I have put off so many chores, as you know, but it's really fun doing this. See the flags coming from the south right now. They're going to come around from the west over the weekend. It's going to be pretty nice. Some classic spring skiing. So for our and more, me yesterday lamenting how wet it was with the rain just pouring off the roof here, and not knowing that it was actually freezing up top, and then spending a little time with Sterling yesterday. Thank you, Sterling. That was really fun. And then this morning, going up into the fog and hooking up with the friends. You can't quite see him in some of the fog there. And then at the end, Walter and Kelly Chapstick. Walter's birthday yesterday and Jennifer's birthday today. All right, talk to you tomorrow. You comfortable, T-Rex, in that nice chair? Oh, I was just going to get a video of another doggy out there, but he just went in the door. In the door. That's what you got to do today. Go in the door. Never would have guessed we were going to get this much rain today. Got to be closing in on a ½ inch. Yeah. It's that cooler air that came in a couple nights ago, resisting the warmer air trying to come at us from the west. And then the warmer air may win out a little bit tonight and tomorrow, but then the colder air is going to try and do the same thing on Saturday, hopefully with a few more snowflakes. And we've got a man with a radar dashboard. Look at that. Heavy precip has moved into Mount Washington now. And there's even some blue in there. It might be snowing up above 4,000. And you said you saw some snowflakes at the very top today.
Yeah,
cool.
Definitely.
Oh, what's this place?
The Matterhorn.
I've heard of that.
It's a good place for pizza.
Let's
fish.
do it.
Yeah.
Is this a Volvo feature or what?
It is.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's show the river on the other side of the... The Symphony of Springtime, the Roaring Rivers. We didn't have that today. Well, yesterday. Now we do. The little river's kind of big right now. And we got Sterling.
Yes.
Wow, second chair. It looks like it's not because we tried to get here, it's just that no one else tried to get here. And with Ken, who's on day 131. 131. He's got a project going. We can't tell you what it is. Super secret project. What is it?
I'm working on a time lapse of the top of the mountain every morning from my whole winter.
And you're gonna stitch together every morning, like
Every morning.
130.
132 days.
That's neat. And we're gonna see one day's gonna be cloudy with snow, another day's gonna be sunny with snow on the trees and all that.
Yeah, exactly.
How do we find it? Where does it debut?
It's going to be on Stowe Forbes Instagram.
Stowe Forbes Instagram.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, he's not allowing us to look at it. All right, there's a little bit of ice on these branches. This could be a little interesting, huh? A little crunchy up top. Yep, we've got sub-freezing air. This is so pretty. Tim's talking in Ken's video, but I don't think it's an audio thing anyway. Drippy, but it got colder up here. All right, looks more interesting this morning, doesn't it? Just your average April showers with the temperature going below 32 yesterday. Still a little crunchy. I don't think they grew in this spot. How about this? Oh, yeah. That's better. That's more like it. Ghost Rider. Couldn't get the video on quick enough. Everyone must think I have an obsession with hayride. I kind of do. It's so wide, and when it's groomed, it's so nice, even if you can't see what you're doing. Kind of got to go a little slow, but take my word for it. It's not icy, and it's not too slushy. Corn corduroy. Come on, we need another Ghost Rider. Pretty icy. Pretty dicey, but the skiing is fine. How many extra pounds do you think that puts on the tree branches? Enough to break some of them. I can't get enough of it. I think it's beautiful. As for that fog, still got it, 10 o'clock. Still in the fog. Good dawn patrol, still with us. All right, coming out of the fog. That's it for our Friday the 19th. And more and more and more. Bruce passed 4 million vertical. Nice below the fog. Doing some burning over at the golf course. The park is still in shape. Oh, nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. And then we get to Walter and Kelly Chopstick. I couldn't quite make it out yesterday, but there it is. So cute. Oh, what a couple. Thanks for being in content on my YouTube channel.
We love you, TK.
Let's go.
Let's go.